Hi everybody, welcome to our new video. This video is intending to teach you how AI2 systems work. But now we can use it in 2 versions or 3 versions. Let's start with the first version for the business, but it's the same as other versions. So what happens here, you log in using your username and password, which is gonna be okay. I can go here and say okay, try to log in. It doesn't log in. Okay, let's try again. Yes, we logged in. So after logging in, what you see here on the dashboard, you can see how many clients you have, how many SMSs you have, how many female clients you have, how many male clients you have. So now here you can see your company name here, and also what here is how much money you collected today, how much money you collected a week and a month. So this month doesn't mean the month, it means last 30 days. So if today is the 1st of September, it's gonna go until maybe pick up from the 2nd of August. So down here these are deposit support. So these are clients by category. They know what you have. Clients in construction, there are 3, DSTV 3, guest houses 1, internet 2, like whatever, something like that, schools and stuff. So down here, then you're gonna see this graph shows you each and every month how much money you've been collecting from your clients. You can see if you mouse roll over on each and everything, you're gonna see that. Okay, down here you're gonna see what they call this pie chart. Pie chart shows you sales, how much money you got from these sales. Okay, web hosting service, you're sitting on how much? 14%. And software rental, you're sitting on 44%. Also SMS is sitting on 6%. Like that. And we can go to call out fee, and also field agent, you can see 3%, and all of that is there. So now what you do here, the calendar doesn't mean nothing much, just to look at the calendar. Here down you can print out people who are owing, people who paid, and people who what, and print out expenses. Okay, so now the most major thing here, also you have to know how to register new client. You click here, then you can register your new clients, put in the username, name, whatever, everything here, cell phone number, alternative cell phone number, address, date of birth of the person, gender. You select, also you select categories here, shop or what. Then after that you save. If you want the image, his image to appear, you can put that. Once the member is saved or the client is saved, now we can go to view client. So if we go to view client, then we can go to search for any client, and they say okay, we get into that. You see this client is here. So now we're gonna say pay fees. So all these are the transactions which have been made by this client ever since the client joined your organization. So the client has paid this much money ever since he joined you. So now what you're gonna do, so it gives you the total sum of this. So what you're gonna do, you can pay now, which means the client is paying you. You click there and you put in the money, pay one, I would say 1,750. okay, then you say paid for, then you can see, you choose maybe paid for September Then you say paid what date, from what date to this date. So these dates are very crucial because this person might be paying for last month, he didn't pay this month, so you put in the date. Maybe you put in for last month, which is gonna be this. So once you put in last month is date, it simply means this guy is gonna be appearing people who are owing you. So then say 1, then it means he is not paying for that month, is paying for August. Okay, once that is done, you select here and say maybe software rental, then you save. After saving, you can go back and see search in for August. Let me see search in for by this today's date. It picks up today's date because it's the paid date. We can say 2020 0901 or 0901. Something happened, it did not take that. It could be something with the DB, but that's not a problem. We can see that all the records should come here. But if the record comes, then what you're gonna do, you can search that record, then you say print invoice. So when you print invoice, it's gonna show you when did he pay and everything. Then also it's gonna show you what for call out. Option is quantity 1. This is the money. If you charge VAT, it's gonna be set, then it's gonna be here. VAT is gonna be here. It's gonna deduct this money to this, then it makes VAT for you. So it goes down here. It's gonna give you the final total of the amount you paid. What you do, you can download this invoice and say save. Once you save it, you can go to your PC and go to downloads, and you can see this is the document. You can email this or WhatsApp this, but if you're using a phone, this app is good on the phone also. If you're using a phone, you just click share, you share it without downloading, then you can share on WhatsApp or on the email. So once we're done from that section, there's something also very much important here. Before you leave this account, you can say what we say, create invoice or pay invoice or print statement. If you click on print statement, I can put in the statement. Maybe I want a statement for these guys since this year March, and I put in that. Okay, or from this year, let me see, from this year January 1st to maybe last month 31. So after that we search. When we search, you can see you get all the details of the payments they've been doing since that January to August. Then you can print out that. You can see it gives you all that, and the total amount is gonna come down here. They've been paid 13,000 rand since that to date. So simply means this client, you collected 13,000 since January to now. So you can see 1.2, 1.750, 1.750, 1.750. So this money is being constant money, whereby it pays all every day. So there was 1,000 for call out fee. You can see this is different. So June, May, April, whatever description was paying for months. So but here it simply means he paid for this month and also paid for the system that same month. Okay, so simply means you can see June, May, April, March, January system and stuff software. So okay, once we're done with the statement, then we can send the statement. Maybe the client wants his statement for the month. So if you don't have that, if you have that, then it's good. Okay, I'm gonna go back. So we're done with the statement. We can go to the same client again and say Faraday. So you can click here and say create invoice, and also you can say set opening balance. To set opening balance here, you can set, for instance, this is the money which this guy has. It's a positive, it's not negative. So what you do, you can set that money and say I'm setting you set it in negative, so until the months you want, maybe it should be in positive. So now I'm gonna put, maybe instead of 30 rand, I'm gonna put 40. Okay, so they have 18,040 rands. So I'm gonna save that, and I click go back. You're gonna see what happens. So you see it took out all that money, then it gave me this. So he only owes 10 rand. So but if you say how many months have remained, we have December, November, October, September, 4 months. So in those 4 months, this guy must pay how much? 4,000, and also 4,000, and also you can say 700 times 4, it's gonna be 2.8. okay, that 2.8 times plus 200, it's gonna be 3,000. so it should be 3,000 rand this guy is gonna be owing you. So you can put that money in a minus, so, and set. Once you set that, whenever you do what, whenever you can see minus 3,010 rand. So whenever he pays anything here, this money is gonna be deducting. So that's the way it happens. So here you can say create invoice. To create an invoice, you can put how much amount for that invoice, then you select which item or service you're gonna give. You select that, then you say description of the invoice, then you say create invoice. Once you create that invoice, you go back here and say invoice, paid invoice. So if there is paid invoice, it's gonna come here, pay invoice. If there is invoice you created, it should come there. For instance, we can create invoice for 700, and also we create, maybe it's gonna be web hosting, then we can say web, then we can say create invoice, then we can come here back, and maybe we find that, and we say pay invoice. It should come here. I think there is something whereby something doesn't save for now. We will leave that because we're working on local server. Something could have happened when we transfer the database, but don't worry about that. That's the way it works. So once the invoice is here, it's gonna display here. Then after that, you go back here and you say initial payment. So this is gonna show up here also. So after that, you can say view paid invoices. There were no invoices which are paid before, but there's some clients which have those invoices which are paid before. Okay, I wanted to explain to you how it works, how all these buttons work, and the statement one, we finished that. This one we finished, this one we finished, this one we finished, this one we finished. So we wanted also to create what you add something like this one is gonna show add parent, because this is like for a school. You add a parent, that parent you add is gonna come here, or a next of kin is gonna come here on the client. So this is the client payments, this is the client information, call, cell phone number, name, surname, industry, and also money is owing, and also the numbers. It's gonna be the ID, then it's gonna be here the address. Here we can see is a male or female, his ID number, his initials, whatever. So after that, we can go back here. We're done explaining that. After doing that, we can say we want to see all clients. You view clients, then you can search maybe by name, then you search that client. Maybe you can search for Bernard. Okay, you can see that client is here. You can see, you view that client and see when did he pay you and what did he pay for, and also the invoice, like the way we did last in the last thing. So you can go back here and you go home, and also you can say expenses. You can capture expenses here. You put in money amount, what for, paid by, you put the description, then you select. Then when you select here, you can select maybe for petrol or whatever, you save the expense. So whatever expense you do in the company gonna be showed up there. So you can go here and you do what, you do what they call capture expenses. We've done that. Register expense category. We saw we have, then we can register maybe electricity or something else, then you save. After that saving, then you can go and say expense record. The expense record here are what? The expense record here are being showed based on what? Based on the categories. You can see how they are. So you can look into that and see how they work. So all these are the expenses. Okay. So now what you do, well, what you do after seeing that, you can do what? You can do what? You can go back or scroll line to line, line to line, line to line. You see petrol, what. So now after that you can go back and click on expenses, and also view expense categories. These are the categories we have. We have AfriHost, Aubrey, car repairs, whatever, all that expenses you have. You can delete, you can edit, whatever you want to do. So now here you can go to expense again. Then you see that we're recording a video now. So now we record a video to show you everything, how it works. So what we do, we go back to expenses, we say expense breakdown. Expense breakdown, it simply picks up one category, then it puts all the money together, calculate for you. So now we're gonna go here and say Caswell, this is 8,000. So you can click on that. You can click on AfriHost, then you view. Once you view, it's gonna break it down, then it's gonna make it one by one and say when did you pay it, what did you pay, when did you pay it. So there you can see that's the expense breakdown. So they can show AfriHost you've spent 2,700 so far, but this person also, there is also this thing, there is also repairs and stuff. You can see all the repairs on the car, all the money which was spent for what. So after that you can come here and go back home, and you can go to navigations. Those navigation, okay, those navigations then are pretty good to navigate to. You can go down here, expense statement. Expense statement works like the way that works. You can check, remember the one we showed for the client. So you can come here and say we want to see since that October 2019 to maybe April this year. You don't select anything there, then click here. So it's gonna give you all the expenses you made in that period. It's gonna say petrol, whatever, rent and stuff, all that's gonna be shown there. Then gonna give you here down something like your total. Gonna go to the end of the page and it shows you the total is 57,000 and stuff. Okay, that was okay. Now we can go back here to home and we check something else. Here we're done with the expenses. So say view, let me see, you display CV, classes, those are classes, fees, category. These are categories which you charge. Something happens, there's a database error, is fine, that just a category to show you something we have to fix anyway, it's fine, because we're working offline. Some of the tables were not installed properly. If you program, a programmer would understand what's going on, so that's not a problem. So on administrator, this is where you see users. These are users on this so you can also create a user here. You say register user. After you register user, you give him or her a category here. gold, silver and stuff, but you don't give them admin. So on admin they won't be able to delete. So after that, another important part here is the SMS system. SMS system, you can click on SMS history. You can see that oh, these are the SMS we sent, but now you can search SMS by date. 2020, did we send any SMSs? And says 05. Yes, in 05 we send that. So you search any SMS by date or by a sender. This is the sender. SMSs come, attach the name of the sender here. So after that, you can go back here, and there's a lot of things we're not going to explain because it's too much, so we can spend even an hour here. So what you're gonna do, you go to send SMS. If you click on send SMS, you can click and select, maybe you want to send people from construction, internet and schools. Then you can type, hi, please pay us. After that, pay us, and then you click on send. You see, whenever you type, it gives you the characters. The standard SMS, it gives you 160 characters, but here you can send more, but you spend also more. So you click and send. After sending, you go back home and also go to SMS again. We talked about 1, 2, so we're gonna go to single SMS. Single SMS is where you search someone and say, I want to send this guy, I want to send this one also, I want to send this one also. Also, you can search if you want. Whoever you select, the numbers come here and he disappears here. Then you do the same thing. You type in hi, maybe something you want to say, then you click send. Then it's gonna send the SMS to those people. So after that, you can go back here and click on SMS again. This single SMS is the same as owing SMSs. So you say send to all. The send to all is where you type the SMS without selecting anything. Then you click send. After sending, that's gonna be fine. So then you click on send SMS. Then you say purchase record. Purchase record is where it's gonna show you when did you last buy SMSs, the date, and how many did you buy. Okay, and they are loaded by who. Then you go back here and also click again to SMS. We see the last link. You click on that last link which say SMS without members without numbers. So it's gonna pick into the system and see a person who doesn't have a number, which is not, maybe somebody doesn't have any cell phone number, or someone who has a number which is not like, maybe which is shorting with 1 digit or 2 digits. You get me? So go back here. After the SMS history, we done all of that. So I guess that's the brief explanation about the system, how it works. But this system is much it works based on your industry, whatever you want to do. So you tell us, you say, no, I want to use this system on what, on specific industry. So that gonna help you to we're gonna customize the system based on what you want. So we can use schools, funeral parlors, any company you have. You see how you saw how you created your clients, you know where you find your clients. So whoever wants this system, I'm gonna put a number, an email in the description below, and also I'm gonna do what, I'm gonna put it here on the screen so that you guys, you can take it. You can email us if you want a system like this. If you own a small or big organization, we can customize this system. Then you start using it on a minimum price. So it's gonna be info at kingmusa.co.za. So email us on info@kingmusa.co.za if you are interested in the system or something similar. You can talk to us, and the system is always works on cloud, you don't worry about anything. We can install it wherever we are. So if you have a school, if you have any organization, tell us, guys. We can also we'll come back to you and we tell you the cost, and we don't charge a lot of money. Maybe you want to start communicating to your people or start making invoices and things like that. Guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.